Hey guys, so we are going to talk about a summary and how to write a nonfiction summary versus a fiction summary. So, when you're writing a summary, you're really picking up on the important key details the author wants you to understand. So, in order to do that, you have to take a look at the difference between fiction and nonfiction. So, let's look at some of these important traits and decide where they would be in a fiction summary or in a nonfiction summary. Let's start with facts. Would that be in a fiction or a nonfiction summary? What do you think? I hope you said nonfiction because that would be correct. What about setting? Would that be in a nonfiction summary or a fiction summary? That would be in a fiction summary. Main ideas and topics. Nonfiction. I hope you guys are getting these right. If you're not, you may want to, when I'm done, restart it and try again. Climax and resolution. That would be a fiction summary. Important vocabulary. That would be in a nonfiction summary. Now, you will find important vocabulary in fiction as well, but when you're focused on writing that summary, it's more valuable in a nonfiction summary. What about subheadings? That's going to be in the nonfiction summary, and those subheadings are really going to help you figure out where to pull information from. What about characters? That would be in a fiction summary. And then what about a beginning, middle, and end? That would be in fiction as well. Now, nonfiction can be written with a beginning, middle, and end, but it can also be written in chronological order or in compare and contrast or problem and solution or any of those other text structures we've studied. So if you're writing a nonfiction summary, you're not really worried about beginning, middle, and end. You still want to write it in order, but you're really focused on these subheadings and the key details and the important information. So let's take a look at a nonfiction summary, and we're going to read something about sharks. First, I want to show you some key vocabulary words on this notes page. So a summary is a short description of the most important ideas and information in a text. A good nonfiction summary focuses on the important details and facts that help you understand. So some tips: include the main idea, ignore the little details, and use key terms. So we're going to take a look at a passage about sharks, and we're going to do exactly that. We're going to include the main idea, ignore the little details, and use key terms from the text. So let's go ahead first of all and just read each paragraph. And as we finish each paragraph, we're going to ask ourselves, what's the most important thing I got from that paragraph? Because when an author uses paragraphs, he's dividing his information up for a reason. So most likely you're going to need something from every paragraph that you see. So sharks are known as the fiercest fish in the ocean. Sharks have been around for about 400 million years and are the top ocean predators. At the top of the food chain, sharks are feared by swimmers. However, these fish are also fascinating creatures. Now remember, we're looking at the big facts, not the little details. So let's look at the first sentence. Sharks are known as the fiercest fish in the ocean. We're going to highlight that in red. Let's use a different color. Let's use blue. Blue is going to stand for little facts that we don't need. Red is going to be the important stuff. I see a number here, and automatically a number lets me know that this is probably an important sentence. Sharks have been around for about 400 million years and are the top ocean predators. At the top of the food chain, sharks are feared by swimmers. That's going to be a little detail that I don't necessarily need to put in my summary, because if I tell you that they're the top predators, you know they're at the top of the food chain. And the next sentence says, however, these fish are also fascinating creatures. Not only is this a small detail, this is the author's opinion. This is not fact, so we would not include that in our summary. All right, let's keep going. You probably know sharks have very sharp teeth, but did you know they never run out of them? If a shark loses a tooth, another moves forward from within the shark's jaw, where it keeps a nearly unlimited supply of replacement teeth. This way, it's almost impossible for a shark to end up without a full set of teeth. This is a phenomenon unique to the shark. No other animal in the world has teeth quite like a shark's. A shark can go through as many as 20,000 teeth in its lifetime. All right, let's look at the first sentence. You probably know sharks have very sharp teeth, but did you know they never run out of them? This is an important fact. However, I think I can use a sentence that has more information. So I'm going to highlight this in blue as unimportant. If a shark loses a tooth, another moves forward from within the shark's jaw where it keeps a nearly unlimited supply of replacement teeth. That is a very important fact. So now, not only have I told you that they never run out of teeth, I've told you that how that works exactly, how their teeth move forward into their jaw and how they have an unlimited supply. This way, it's almost impossible for a shark to end up without a full set of teeth. That, I think, is obvious. I don't think we need to include that in our summary because we would just be repeating ourselves. This is a phenomenon unique to the shark. Also unimportant to our summary. No other animal in the world has teeth quite like the shark. Unimportant. A shark can go through as many as 20,000 teeth in its lifetime. I see another number, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you that's a really good trick to use. If you see a number, most likely in a nonfiction text, it's going to need to be included in the summary. All right, let's go to the next paragraph. While sharks have a reputation for being fierce and dangerous, not all sharks are ferocious carnivores. Some of the largest sharks are the most harmless. For example, the basking shark and the whale shark are two of the largest types of sharks, but they eat plankton. These sharks could be considered gentle giants. Some sharks are truly dangerous. The great white shark and the tiger shark are just two of the most well-known hunters. On the other hand, humans are also hunters. People kill thousands of... Oh, I went too far. Let's back up. While sharks have a reputation for being fierce and dangerous, not all sharks are ferocious carnivores. This is a true statement, but I think I can find a sentence farther in the paragraph that really focuses on the main idea of this sentence, kind of up here. It had that introductory sentence, which introduces me to what this paragraph is going to talk about, but it's not the most important sentence from it. So I'm going to highlight that first sentence in blue as unimportant. Next one says, some of the largest sharks are the most harmless. Like I said, I think I can find another sentence that has more information. This next one says, for example, the basking shark and the whale shark are two of the largest types of sharks, but they eat plankton. That is my most important sentence. I'm also going to highlight the term gentle giants because I think that's going to be important to mention in my summary. All right, let's look at the last paragraph. Some sharks are truly dangerous. I think that is a known fact. That's not something that would be new to a reader. The great white shark and the tiger shark are just two of the most well-known hunters. That I'm going to highlight as red because it gives me the actual species, a great white shark and a tiger shark. I'm going to say that that's probably an important detail in this paragraph. On the other hand, humans are also hunters. People kill thousands of sharks a year to make products and to sell food. Who do you think are the most dangerous predators? This is all author's opinion. It's true, but it's got a lot of bias in there. So I'm going to leave it alone because my summary is just going to be about sharks. So all of my sentences that I've highlighted in red, that's where I would pull from to create my summary. And I would put these sentences in my own words. So let's take a look at another paragraph or another passage and see if we can do this. So one more time. A summary is a short description of the most important ideas. A good nonfiction summary focuses on the important details and facts and needs the main idea, ignore the little details, and use key terms from the text. Sorry guys, Winnie just knocked something off the table. All right, so let's take a look at this. The chameleon is a creature that has the ability to change its appearance in the face of danger. Do you know a sea creature that can do the same thing? It's called the mimic octopus. So what I learned from this that's important is that the mimic octopus has the ability to change its appearance. And I'm going to write that in my summary, in my first sentence, in my own words. So I'm going to say, the mimic octopus has the ability to change its appearance. All right, now I'm going to start adding some more details. The mimic octopus can change its appearance. Well, I just said that, so we're not going to include it in my summary. go back at my highlighter. It can also change its mannerisms or the way it behaves. That's important. Let's make sure we include that in our summary because that's different from a chameleon. The creature is able to act like a different species. That's important. Let's look at that next sentence though. In fact, it can imitate 15 different species. That gives me a little bit more detail on the different types. The octopus changes its color and texture to match its surroundings. It is able to change the way it swims. A mimic octopus can look like, and here are all the examples the author gives you on different things it can look like. So let's put those into our summary in our own words. It can change the way it moves and behaves. It can look like 15 different species, including sea snakes, seashells, stingrays, flounder, and jellyfish. So as you see, I kind of took those things that we said were important. I put them in my own words, kind of combined some sentences. All right, let's look at the last paragraph. An animal changes its skin color and texture to blend in with its environment. Many animals do this for protection. We know this information already from the beginning of the paragraph. The mimic octopus is unique. Ooh, if I say the word unique, that's probably going to be really important. It's unique because it can act like different animals. This helps it flee from predators, and it helps it catch its prey. And I see that word adaptation. And I know that's a key vocabulary word, so I'm going to include that in my summary as well. All right, so we're going to put these things that I've highlighted that are important, they're key details, we're going to include those into the summary. So we're going to say the mimic octopus uses this adaptation to flee from predators and to help it catch its prey. And that's it. So I've taken this entire passage and I've reduced it to these couple sentences, and that's my complete summary of what I read. Now, what I want you to do to prove to me that you've seen this video, you're going to copy down this summary that I wrote right here, either into your ELA notebook or your just a piece of paper. Let me see it tomorrow. That'll be your proof. And tomorrow we're going to practice the skill, and you're going to present your summary to the class based off whatever that world issue is that you've been studying. So, you know, after you watch this video, you get done, think about what important topics or main ideas that you really want to hone in on in that summary, because you're only going to have a small amount of time and words to get to the reader what they need to know about what you're talking about. All right, guys, have a good night.